welcome to Sunday Night Live. I'm sorry there was no Bob Joyce tonight. Hello, Joachim. I don't know. I went to bobjoyce.org. It didn't say anything, so maybe had internet problems or something. Everybody seemed to having problems with the internet nowadays. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. This is Memorial Weekend. Some celebrate Memorial Service today. Tomorrow, they're celebrating Memorial Service in Charlestown, Indiana, up on the square, about 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where I go, no, I got to save my gas. Because got to take my son to the doctor sometime this week, so I don't think I go. And gasoline is higher in Scottsburg than it is Charlestown. Usually it's the other way. Gas is usually higher in Charlestown than it is Scottsburg. Don't figure it. I want to thank all of the new subscribers. Thank you for checking in. Hello, 709. And I went to bobjoyce.org. It didn't say nothing about tonight video being canceled or they're having problems. It didn't say nothing on bobjoyce.org about any problems. It could be everybody's having internet problems throughout the planet. But I want to thank you all. Like I say, my YouTube channel is not like anybody else. I don't have the content. I'm 70 plus years old. I live on a budget of about $900 a month. Had 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, back problems. I think that's all. And I'm single, own my own house out here in the boonies. And as I've told you in the other videos, I'm asking for your help because I can't afford it. I need 2 front tires and a front end alignment. That's one thing that's important. Another thing I told you in the video, maybe yesterday, I think Saturday, I can't keep up what day it is, that my Troy built mower I bought, I guess, last month. I was cutting grass. It shot out a big puff of smoke and smoked like a freight train. And I always check the oil. People, anytime, either in an automobile, vehicle, lawnmowers, always check your oil. I'll always check it. And it was full. But I can't understand, but this lawnmower is about 4 or 5 years old. I'm sick and tired getting used lawnmowers. I can't afford a new one. just a Cub Cadet riding a lawnmower, you looking at probably $3,000, give or take a little, if you catch it on sale. And by buying the new mower, people, they got warranty. So that's what I'm going for, but I can't afford it. And I wish I was rich. Somebody asked me a week or so ago, said, what would you do if you hit the lotto? Maybe some of you wouldn't do this. One thing you all know about St. Jude, which you see that on your local TV station, and the Shriners, them, and Wounded Warriors, the veterans, and help people out, because that's what God wants me to do. I know it's hard for you to understand. I would, instead of buying stock market or CDs, I would go out and buy a bunch of gold. Get a heavy-duty gun safe. Put the gold coins in it. And silver. And maybe platinum. And build onto my house. Make it bigger. What I like to do is get a certain company who would be qualified to jack it up and dig the dirt out from underneath it and put a basement in. Make it bigger. Add a few more bedrooms, instead of 2 bedrooms, make it 4 to 6 bedrooms with the upstairs. Put bay windows in the upstairs windows where you can start flower seeds, stuff like that, where you can get them started early. And for the roof, you might think I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy, but that's besides the point. What they call a metal roof, not the metal. They got shingles that is metal. That's one I would put up. Metal shingles. Probably black. Because black is beautiful. And you can buy boards that look like log cabins, just kind of round it. You can put it on your house, make it look like a log cabin. And buy the property to the west of me and to the south of me, what I call the back 40. That's what I like to do. I wish my dream would come true. I've told you about the dream. Somebody on this planet left me millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars. And the property covers, I think, 3 states, or it borders 3 states, and you had underground living. People lived underground. You had your movie theater or TV theater where you can go in there and watch TV on a big theater screen. And the only condition was take care of the kitty cats and take in abused kitty cats and other animals. you know. So that's a dream I've dreamed more than 3 times. You had like a big garage that you could park a semi in, and the floor went down. Then you take everything off of the 18-wheeler to fill your grocery store that you had underground. And your vehicle, you had a battery operated, I guess, golf carts to go all over the place. You didn't have to worry about air conditioning or heat if you don't mind 68 degree 24/7, 12 months a year. Don't and and you had all kinds of rooms. I don't know, people. I got a question. If you have the chance to live underground like that, would you take it? Knowing you couldn't see sunlight, daylight, nighttime, but it'd be ways that they would get sunlight down to you. I don't know if it'd be tubes or how they would do that. Hello, Justin. I was watching your video a while ago on, what was it? Netflix, I believe. That's good. People, you see Justin Retro TV Show channel, go to his YouTube channel. Let me put it up there. Go to his YouTube channel. Help him out on his subscribers. He does things like on Netflix. He show you the different shows of Netflix. He does other videos on certain movies. Give his opinion on it. And so go to his YouTube channel and help him out. That's what we here for. We a YouTube family. We help everybody out, no matter if we got good content or bad content. I wish I could do like the other people on YouTube. I'm not smart like they are. I'm 70 plus years old, living out in the country. I'm bored. I just can't get out like the rest of them. And that's how come mine's different. And the rules of my YouTube channel: no cussing, no fighting, no arguing, no sexual harassment, no hate crimes. You all know, because you've been on here a while, or you went back through the old videos. I want to thank all of my new subscribers. Mrs. KY Ricks Retro or something like that. She even got good videos. The other night, I guess Saturday, I put those 2 new YouTube people up here where you can go to their YouTube channel and help them out. You might not like their content. Everybody's YouTube's different. I wish I could do like some of those people, but people, I'm 70 years old. 70 plus years old. There's things that I can't do. I'm here to educate you, to teach you all this. Like, I talk about my LG ThinQ electric stove, which it's like talking to a concrete floor, like they don't give a heck. Some of you asked, do I blame Home Depot? At first, I didn't. Now I put 50% blame on Home Depot. They know their junk. They sell it. They don't make it, but they sell it. And all we're asking for to get our money back with sales tax, which Indiana is 7% on a dollar. So $1 is $1.07 with Indiana sales tax. You know, but I apologize for not having Bob Joyce tonight. You know, I went. They usually put it on YouTube at 6:50 in that time frame, and I check at 7:50, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You know, Bob Joyce tonight. Maybe they having some kind of internet problem, but I keep you up to date, and it might be on later. It might be on tomorrow. I don't know. It could be Memorial Weekend. I don't know what Bob Joyce does on Memorial Week. Hello, Sherm Sick. And 709 and everybody else, welcome. Some of you just sitting in the background just for watching. That's okay. But people, you people on YouTube that's watching this video right now or watch it later, if you know people who have heart attacks or strokes, you know what they can do and can't do. And since I think I blowed up my rider lawnmower, the Troy built, it got starts with a K, Corolla engine, K something, Corolla, and it puffed out some smoke and really began to look like a smoke freight train. If you all ever been to car races, asphalt, dirt, or Indianapolis 500, which they held today, I don't know who won it, and they start smoking, then a tie rod or something goes out and the oil goes all over the racetrack. And but I looked to see if it blew anything out the sides, the bottom, no oil leaks. Checked the oil, it was still full, except for the smoke part of it. That took maybe a shot glass full of oil, which ain't that much. So, like I say, I just can't afford it. If I go to push it, instead of 30 minutes on the rider, it's going to take me 6 days to cut my grass with a push mower on an acre of ground. I cut for 10 minutes and I stop. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Sherm. I know it started with a K. I can't remember how much horsepower. I don't know if it's 15 point something or 18 point something. I ain't going to run outside in the dark. And I guess I could take the engine off of my other Troy built and put on it. You know, I just don't know. Probably have to change the pulleys. I don't know. I don't have all the tools to do all that crap. But I'm leaving it up to God to help me out. You know, I know money's tight. I know money's tight. You all can't afford it. But I know there's a whole lot of people that does watch this YouTube channel. I got an Ace Hardware store in Scottsburg, Indiana. I think it's called Scott's Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, Indiana, at the corner of 31 and 56. They got Cub Cadets, and they got zero turns. You know, zero turn, they're about 64 inches, something like it, in width. That really would cut my time down. Then a regular rider, like a Cub Cadet, is probably around 30, I think, give or take a little. And I just wish I had the money. I can't afford no more bills, and I just can't afford no more payments. I'm at the edge of my budget. I just can't afford, because I looked it up at Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, what the monthly payment is. It's around $200 a month. I can't afford that. I just can't afford that. I'm so sorry. This is my life story that I'm talking about. You don't know me from Bill or James or Sally or Mary or Betty or Lisa, Kelly. You don't know me from Tom, Dick, or Harry. Put it that way. I've been honest with you. That's all I can do. I can't lie to you, because God will punish me if I lie to you all. But I don't think I'll be on here an hour tonight. I try to make it an hour. Thank you. Hey, Justin does have some nice videos. The one, like I say, 709, the one Justin done tonight, he does a segment on Netflix, and he shows you the different movies on Netflix. He gives his opinion on different movies, different things. That's what I like about Justin's YouTube channel. Keep you up to date in case some of you might want to get into Netflix. And you know what kind of shows they show on Netflix. And I want to thank Justin. And some of you have asked me, why don't you put the code up where we can come into your studio? Sometimes I do that. But I just don't feel like doing it tonight. Because, I got sick, when was it? Friday. I ate something. It closed my throat up. I couldn't eat, drink. I kept throwing up all night until about an hour before I came live last night. Or maybe an hour and a half. Sometimes it'll last 5 minutes or a couple hours or up to 3 days without eating or drinking anything. Back a year ago this month in May, I went to the hospital over in New Albany, out by IUS, the college. And they stuck the thing down my throat, took a picture of my throat and checked it to see if I had cancer, because that's one thing I always worry about, because I don't know what my family history is on cancer. I know heart attacks, high blood pressure. I begin to believe diabetes too, somewhere on my real side of the family. And I want to thank the 5 people that gave me the thumbs up. I'm up to, 542 subscribers. I'm about 468 away from 1,000 subscribers. 468 away from 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank you all. It's helping me get my watch hours up. God bless you all. But let's see how long I've been on it. I'll make it 30 minutes, then I get off. I'm at 26 minutes. And I just want to thank you all. I know it's Sunday. You all spending the Memorial weekend with your family, or you out there on the road driving back from your family or your friends that you seen on Memorial weekend. I was going to a memorial service tomorrow in Charlestown at 10 a.m., but I happened to look. There's a doctor appointment this week, so I got to save gas. So that'd be the first year I missed in probably 30 years, I guess. I don't know why they're having it up on the square. You ever had moon rocks? I don't think I have. You have a good thing out there floating. And I hope you all wear life jackets. I don't care how good you can swim, people. If you're out on a lake or a river or ocean, make sure you got your life jackets on. I'd rather be safe and sorry. I don't think I ever had moon rocks. I don't think. I don't think. I hear Blackie in the bedroom meowing. And nope. I wish I could go out in my yard. Black River, southeast Missouri. I guess that's a beautiful place in Missouri, which Missouri is northwest of me. Yeah. Kind of northwest of me, you could say. No, yeah, it's kind of northwest of me. It's past Evansville, Indiana, up that way. I believe 64 runs into St. Louis. I've been to St. Louis, and that's been a long time ago, too. I probably wouldn't recognize the place or Evansville, Indiana. But you and your family, Sherm, have a great day up there camping. There's a whole lot of people at camps like the Memorial Weekend, the 4th of July, and other holidays. Love to go camping. I got a tent, but I would have to have an air mattress to sleep on. And I don't know if I could leave my kitty cats alone like that for 2 or 3 days. Especially the outside cats, they can survive by catching mice, birds, and whatever wild animal they can catch. But the inside cats, 3 days, I hate to see what my inside cats would do if I was gone for 3 days. I hate to see what my bedroom looks like. And John Wayne, he'd be lonely. He'd be lonely. My pets is like my children, just like you people who has pets. I want to thank you. Everybody have a great, you got to have a great time when you're out camping with your loved ones, your family, your children. Be careful. Make sure you don't burn your tent down. One thing when you go camping, you can't take your computer with you. You might could take your cell phone with you if you have a way to charge it. Solar, put your solar panel up where you can charge your phones and stuff like that, or listen to radio, or get you one of those crank up radios where you can listen to music. But it takes all the fun out of camping. During the summertime, I always camp out in Mom's backyard. I got a kick out of it, people. When it started raining and that rain hit that tent, boy, you sleep like a baby. And I go to sleep in no time. But where I live, my windows, I can't even hear the train whistle blows when I got it shut. I leave the window open where I can get a little fresh air. I gotta have fresh air. And everybody should go camping. Teach your children about camping in case of emergency. Teach your kids about camping. And go fishing and catch the fish and clean the fish and cook your fish, or squirrels or rabbits, stuff like that. Teach them how to do that. Just be careful when you go camping. And I've been watching HOA stories on YouTube today. I watched quite a few of them, but I wish I was smart. I can't even write a story. When I was in school, you had to write a story. I don't know if they do it nowadays in school. I remember you had to write stories and you had to write a poem. I could write some heck of a stories. Well, I don't have any HOAs close to me, but I guess I could make up stories. But that's okay. If God wants me to, God will tell me how to do everything. So, people, since this is Sunday night, some places schools is out, some are still in school. Just be careful if the school in your state, watch out for the yellow school buses going and coming. Respect them. Don't drink and drive or be under the influence. Behave yourself. And men, I know you hate me when I do this, to get along with your girlfriend or your wife and make it 60 years of marriage, she's always right. Ask people who've been married 20 plus years how to survive a marriage that long. You have to compromise, 50-50. Well, hey, 709, you like fried chicken? You like fried chicken? If the cook knows how to fix fried chicken, if you know how to cook fried chicken, most women does, and you can't tell the difference between a rabbit and a squirrel and fried chicken. Because we always went to Grandma's house when I was little, and Grandma and Grandpa always knew I loved fried chicken. And I said, boy, this is all for small chicken legs. I said, well, it was a small chicken. It tastes like fried chicken to me. But later on, after we got done eating, said, you just ate a squirrel or you ate a rabbit. I couldn't tell the difference. You people could tell the difference. And I think that's all I've done today besides feed the kitty cats. I've been in there watching a Wave 5-0 and checking YouTube for Bob Joyce, but no Bob Joyce today. Bob Joyce probably took off and went to family get-together or internet problems. If he was to put it up later, I'll make sure I share it with you all. And like I say, make sure you go to Bob Joyce on YouTube and subscribe to his YouTube channel. You can go to bobjoyce.org. You can find out all about Bob Joyce. He's a great preacher in my book. He makes me laugh. Words for the wise. Just be polite to people. Teach you kids, if they see a old woman and an old man, say, how you doing, young man, young woman? You make us feel good. There must be a whole lot of people that lives close to me that sees that hears me talk about it. So, hello, young man. I said, God bless you, young boy or young girl or young lady. You'd be surprised who's watching your YouTube channels. I see 121's on the CB radio on channel 28. If you talk skip, you go to channel 28 and you hear 121. He must be off today because he usually works at the hospital in the ER, I guess, as a nurse. So So he's off today. 121 is on channel 28. If you got a CB radio and you talk Skip, you got him. You got 309 that lives up around Seymour, Indiana, up in that area. But 121 lives a couple miles north of me on a country road. You see me on every once in a while. He has a ground plane on a tower. On the other tower, I think he has a 3-element beam. And CB radio is fun to talk on. You all remember back when we all used to be on a CB radio, like Smokey and the Bandit. And you go on a road trip, you had a CB radio to keep you company and help the truck drivers out. Sometimes you might have an a-hole on, say, on 19. I knew this one guy. I wish I could remember what. Oh, Bounty Hunter. He'd be on 19 causing problems with those truck drivers. He had this one truck driver so mad. It's just like it was yesterday. Had him so mad. And that truck driver came back through Kentucky. He said, Bounty Hunter, you on here? I said, yeah, 10-4, good buddy. He said, I want to thank you for the other night. Said, you had me so round up, mad, ready to kill you. You kept me awake. I was so mad I couldn't sleep. And I want to thank you for keeping me awake like that. But CB radios is fun, people. If you like to talk Skip, you can do that. Or you can get your ham radio operator license. You can talk distance every day on 10 meters, 12 meters, 10 meters, 20 meters, 15 meters, like that. But CB radio is fun, and like that. If you all remember the CB radios, I miss it. I got old Cobra radio sitting over above my dryer where I can it scans 19, 28, 34, maybe, I forget I think I got 4 that I scanned, but mostly 19, 28, and 34 that I listen to. So, people, it's time to get off of here. It's Memorial weekend. I want to give you, Breaker 19. Can I get a radio check? Yeah, you can get a radio check. Just make it out for $2,000. Would that be okay? Sure. I remember those good old days. See, they say, yeah, make it out for $5 and I give you a radio check. See, we here having a good time, joking, not fussing at each other. I want to talk to some of you that might be new YouTube people, just starting your YouTube channel. And you go to choose a moderator. You got two types of moderators, number one and number two. I would start out, if I get this right, but you have to double check it. If you start everybody out at number two, because a number one moderator can do anything that I can do, but I can overrule them. And I would start out making people moderator number two, but it tells you the difference on the moderators. I leave it up to you. But only choose people that you can trust. Because I had a teenager. I don't know how he got on the YouTube. He had 5 different YouTube names. 12 to 13 years old, a computer hacker. And if you know the person real well, you know him or her that you can trust. But you do need women moderators and men moderators. You can run your YouTube like I do mine. I don't allow any cussing. You all know how I run my channel. I don't put up with no bull crap. I only went off once, but I say God forgive me that night. That little smart aleck kid, he needed his butt spanked. Maybe that's what's wrong with him. He never had his butt spanked before. I'm glad he ain't my kid, because he wouldn't be able to sit down for a week or maybe a month. Treat people like that and be a computer hacker. Well, the FBI probably been knocking on his door because they look for computer hackers. And people, you got 50. 50 is the police department, federal, state, U.S. Marshal, Secret Service, ICE. You got all kinds of cops that's on your YouTube channel. But they don't let you know who they are. They're looking for certain people. And, you just be careful. Don't say anything where you get in trouble with Smokey the Bears. There is Smokey the Bears on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to tell you who they are. I know who they are, but I ain't going to tell you because they know that I'm keeping a secret, because they're there to watch for certain people, certain YouTube channels. They're on everybody's YouTube channel, especially in Bakersfield, California. Like RD on the Scene, Kern County Crime Watchers. I see, what's the other one? White T-Shirt Media. I wish I could do stuff like they do. They're out there riding down on every street, interstate, car wrecks, house fires, and all that. You said, how do you know that the police watch them? Because I was watching RD on the Scene one night. There was a bicycle stolen. I guess maybe 20-inch bicycle. It's one of them high-price 20-inch bicycles. RD happened to come down this road, bam, there it was, and he pulled over, and it wasn't maybe 30 seconds later, Bakersfield PD showed up and arrested the gentleman with the stolen bike. They do watch YouTube channels. And in California, people, you can have a police scanner in your car. Indiana and Kentucky, I know Indiana, you either got to be a ham radio operator, news person, EMT, stuff like that. So, every state is different on scanner laws. But I tell you a little secret. What you hear on the scanner, say they're watching John Doe's house, your next door neighbor. If you call John Doe, your next door neighbor, and say the police is watching you, you get in trouble. So what you hear on a police radio, say if they say 9,280 Frank Street in so-and-so city, you said the 9200 block. I'm sorry, I forgot that tonight. I'm so sorry, Casper. I'm so sorry, I forgot it. I got it written down too. But people, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you, new subscribers. I will. People, if you don't know what 709 talking about, go to YouTube on Hudson and Rex. Let me bring that up if I figure out. And you type Hudson and Rex into your YouTube channel. I think there's 7 seasons of it. Rex is a German Shepherd canine dog, and it's filmed in the Providence of Canada. That's one I watch on Mondays all day. I think it comes on, about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. On my TV station would be 58.6, I think. So I want to say good night to everybody. You all have a great Memorial weekend and all that. I'll catch you all later on. I want to thank you all that's trying to help me. So God bless you all, and thank you all very much.